Welcome to lessons 5 of our Microsoft Word course. In these lessons, we'll focus on 4 essential formatting features that can elevate your documents like headers, footers, page numbers, and templates. By the end of these sessions, you will not only understand how to use these tools but also how to customize them to create professionals and consistent documents. Whether you are preparing business report, schools assignments, or a company proposals, these features will save you times and give your documents an polished look. Okay, so let's start with the headers. And for that, so let's open up the or we have these some pages in the Word, and here we want to work with the headers. And like a header is the sections of the page that appears at the very tops and also over here and above the main body of your documents. So headers are useful for adding documents titles, chapters names, or even brandings like a logo. Okay, so let's go to our step by steps. So imagine you are preparing like the or few pages or like 50-page research report, and instead of manually typing the titles at the top every pages, or the headers features ensures consistency across all page instantly. Okay, so like here, to add or insert a headers, simply go to the insert tabs and also click on the headers. In the headers and footers group, just click on the over here. And now also what will show you several builds in header designs such as the blank and blank 3 columns, or also the or banded, and also facets or fashions or page, and also our 3 columns or the more. So let's choose a simple one for now. Okay, so for now let's go to like the types here and types in your desired text. For example, let's say we're gonna want to use the annual, like let's say the annual, or like sales. Let's go with sales report and say the 2025. Okay, so notice how this text automatically appears on every pages. Okay, so here we have the few pages and you can now see it moves or it appears in the all pages in your documents. Okay, and you can insert image in the headers too. For example, so let's add a company logo on the left, or like here before that. So let's move this one into the centers and we want to add here the logos. So like go to, or we can go to the inserts over here. Let's go to the pictures. Let's select this device. Okay, and now let's choose the simple logos. Like if I gonna do have over here, and let's say let's go with, or I'm gonna use like my company's logos over here, or let's go with like there's one, like we have like this logos over here, and then just insert it. Okay, so now let's click on the squares as the editing options. Now select it, or now let's into the over here, or before that, so let's resize it, and that's it's over here. Okay, and here and before that, so let's add here the another logos like we have worked with, like annual, or like say the reports or sales reports, or like this one, and let's say the report of this is the 2025 over here. So now let's move into the center. So and that's it. So now that when I click over here, now you can see it comes with all the pages like over here. So and that is the simple way. And you can set different headers for the first page or alt pages and even pages. So for instance, like if I'm gonna go to, or let's go with, or like you can do, or instance in a book you might want to book titles on the left page headers and chapter titles on the right page headers. Okay, so like here we have like the different first pages or different odd air, the odd or also the even pages over here. So now you can see it changes with the there's one. Okay, so and that's it with the simple examples in there. So and now let's close it, and now it appears in the odd or even pages in there. Okay, and next let's look at footers. Footers is the sections at bottoms of the pages, and also this is commonly used for adding references, confidentiality or confidentiality, or like notice or copyright informations. So think of a company internal policy, so the handbook, and every page might include a small line at the bottom and saying. So for that, so let's go to the inserts and go to the footers, and now choose a design. So let's select a sample footers in the line styles over here, or let's go to over here. And now if I'm gonna type some things like, let's say the confident, or like say the confidentially or confidential. So like there's one or confidentials, and like say the for internal, let's go with the internal use only. Okay, so and that's it for over here. So now let's move this one into, like let's go to the right corners over here, and also now when I close it or go to again the headers and footers, close it, and that's it. We have now the confidential for X or internal use only. You can find there's one over there, or before that, so let's go to, and let's go to the, or we can do, so let's click over here and go to the difference or change this one, like check or uncheck with difference on odd even page. Okay, so let's close it, and now that's here we have the footers and or headers, and we have the footers like we have just added in there. Okay, and footers makes this easy to apply across the document. You can also add filter or fields like dates or authors names. So for that, let's go to over here, and like here, for example, adding an automatics last update on. So like cover this one, and if you gonna want to use something, or let's go to like over or like the these ones, or let's say we gonna or use the date, and let's say we have like update automatically like that, this one, and then just apply it over here, or I can do like that these ones to be over here. Okay, so and that's it. So now let's move into, or we can do it over here, and that's it with the, or this our dates over there. And also in the footers ensures readers always see the most recent versions over here, or you can go to the over here, you can see the there's one. Okay, and also documents or info, like you can go to or documents property over there, like the published dates, or also the different one, or document titles, file path, and file name, or also the author. Okay, so and that's it. Or let's go to insert the names of the authors. So and that's it for now. Okay, and now let's close it over here. And now let's move on to or like onto one of the most frequently used features, like the page numbers. So whether it's an academic essays or a business reports or a book, page numbers are crucial for navigations. So like imaging or submitting like page like 25 or universities papers without page number. If pages get mixed up, it would be a or like a next or nightmare. And with page numbers, order or reference are maintained. Okay, so to add it, simply go to the inserts and go to the page number. So like here you will find the page number, and also here you can select or see, or you'll see options for like top of pages or bottom of pages, and even the margins. Okay, so let's say, or you can choose or like something like the, if I'm gonna say the bottom of the pages over here, like you can go with like plain numbers or like the there's one, or let's say we're gonna want to use like the plain number, and that's it. Now we have the 1 3 2, or we have the 1 pages, it's inserted over here. You can choose Roman numbers or numerals, like, or if I'm gonna go to let's say like the one, or like the this one, or let's say if I'm gonna go to the Romans 1, let's say we're gonna want to use like over here like the Roman numbers, or let's delete it for now. And what we can do, so let's go to again the page numbers and use here like let's say, and we have the format page numbers over here. So number of formats like the there's one. Okay, and also, and that's it. And before that, what we can do, so let's close it again, go to the inserts, go to the page numbers, and let's go to and use over here like the page numbers, or let's go with like the there's one. And now let's go to over here and format the page numbers, and we have also selected the Roman 1 like 1 2 3 something like this way, and that's it, and hit on the OK. So now we have the Roman numbers like 1 and 2 or something like the 3 and also the 4. Okay, so and that is the simple way you can edit it or edit it, or for introductions or folders, and switch to standard numbers like 1 2 3 for the main contents by using like the format, and use it like the 1 2 3 4 like this way. Okay, so and that's it, like 2, or we have the 3 as well. Okay, and so you need to do always go to the page numbers and use the format page numbers and select the numbering styles you prefer. And you can also start numbering from a specific pages. For instance, many reports begins numberings after the title page and the table of content. So you can do, so let's go to, and you, if you're gonna go to like from here the current positions like the these ones, or let's say if I'm gonna go to over here and let's go to and format the positions and continue from previous section, start at like the 2 over here, and also the there's one. Okay, so and that's it, you start from the 2 in there. Okay, so if your documents has different sections like chapters, and you can restart page numbering for each sections. This is especially useful in books or large research papers. And so that's it for with our pro tips. Now let's move into the templates in Word. Okay, so before that, so let's close it the headers and footers. And finally, let's talk about like the templates. Templates are pre-designed documents in Word that gives you a head start. And instead of building our documents from scratch, you can choose from word library of the templates. Okay, so like here, when you open or what, you'll see a gallery of like templates, or like the more templates over here. Like you will find the business card, flyers, letters, educations, resumes, and more. Okay, so let's pick projects or proposals templates. So if I'm gonna go to over here like the business, and if I'm gonna or try to find out something, the project proposal. So let's try to find out, and let's say the project, and let's say the propose, or we're gonna do like the proposals over here. And now let's try to find out the projects proposals like that, these ones. So now let's select it, and now let's create it. Okay, so notice how Word automatically provides like the heading and placeholder for like the text, and for text and design elements like the tables and also the images. Okay, so this is the simple example. And suppose you need to create a professional's resumes instead of designing one manually. So just you can do go to again, and you can just try to find out from here. And if you're gonna now try to find out, let's search the resumes over here and in the what templates. And now here we have over here, so pick a design and fill in your details. So like if I'm gonna go to with the simple design, and let's say we can go ahead over here, and let's say the or cubist resumes over here. And now let's create it. Okay, so and that's it, we have the templates over here, and this can save hours of formatting work. Okay, so like here you can change here the names like over here, and educations, like you can go ahead, or you can change the photos in templates. So templates are fully customizable. You can change colors and also the page layouts, or to match your styles or company branding. For examples, so if you are making like with your own brand, like let's say you can go to, and let's go with our like the this one, or let's say we have like the that's why. So we can do by going to the save format, you can change here the another colors over there. Okay, so like here, and that's it in there. Okay, so this is the table designs. You can now see we have the different table designs over here. And let's say if I'm gonna go to with here the another table designs, and here you will get like these options. Okay, so and that's it over here, and update the colors like the plates to match your brand, and edit the text flags or placeholders. So and you can also save your own customized documents as templates. If you create a standard invoice or letter format that you use repeatedly, save it as the templates to save times in future projects. So like here, if I'm gonna go with the another styles, and let's go to over here, and let's say or if I'm gonna let's go with over here, and let's say table designs and also the layouts over here. And let's say if I'm gonna go to with the another colors, or let's say we can keep it with the another one, and that's it over here with the this, or let's undo it for now, or you can do one by one like these colors, and you can have your the own styles in there. Okay, so like here if I'm gonna go to, and that's it with our these styles in there. So and that's it with our customizations template. So when you are edited your like you want to use these templates in the futures, go to the file, use the save as, and select your documents, or like where do you want to save it, your locations, and save it as the Word templates. Okay, so and that's it, and just hit on the save. Okay, so for now let's cancel it in there. So let's recap what we have covered in these lessons. Like we have covered how to insert and customize headers and display titles or logos on every pages, and how to use like footer notes over here, and also and confidentiality tags or copyright lines, and how to add like format and page numbers including customs numbering styles and sections. And finally we have or like how to use and customize templates for professionals documents with minimal efforts. So these tools are essential for creating documents that are not only functional but also polished and professionals. In the next lessons, we'll continue building on these skills with advanced formatting features. So great job completing lessons 5. Take some time to approach or practice adding headers, footers, and page numbers, and experiment with templates in your own documents. The more you practice, the faster and more confident you will become.